Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we might have a roster here for C9. Look at what we have here. Look at what we have here, folks. Sources, C9 are looking to favor Sib over the duo of Skies and Kismet. Roster will most likely be Attach, Sib, Kremp, and Nero. What do you guys think about this roster? W or L? Actually, 1 through 10, 10 being phenomenal, 1 being dirt shit. What would you guys rate this roster? All right, so you guys have them like mid-pack. You guys got like, I see like an average of 6, 7 right now. That's what I'm seeing right now. Like an average 6, 7. Some people, I'd say 5 or 6. Average 5 or 6. You know, listen, I think the AR duo is good. I think Attach is going to be a good main AR for these guys. I just think Attach is always going to be a solid player for you guys. Like if you need somebody to kind of just like hold it down in the main AR role, like I think Attach is going to do good there. I like Sib paired up with Attach. I mean, I've been talking about the Sib and Attach duo now for a little while, so I like the AR duo. Kremp and Nero, both these players have insane potential, bro. I mean, both these players have insane potential. I think they're really good players when they're on. The only problem is sometimes they're off. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing with this team. I think the sub duo is very important here because I expect Attach and Dante to do their thing as ARs and get kills and kind of fill in their roles. But we're going to have to see consistency from the subs. That is the most important thing. And they're both very, very aggressive players, which I don't know if that's going to hurt them or not, because Kremp and Nero, they like to play so fast. And then Dante and Dylan, like, they're kind of like, granted, the roles are different, but they're kind of just a little bit different in terms of play style. I like the team. I think looking at what's around, what players are available, who you can get, I think Nero and Kremp as a sub duo has a lot of potential, but I think there's going to be a lot of work to do with in terms of coaching and practicing. I think there's going to have to just be a lot of tweaks and adjustments, and I think for this team to work, a lot of it's going to be surrounded by that sub duo, in my opinion. Obviously, super happy to see it attach in there. Dylan deserves a team, without a doubt, and having Sib as like an AR duo for him, I think is the perfect mix. I think what's interesting here is that they said that they favored Sib over Skies and Kismet. Some people are probably wondering, like, what the hell's going on there? I'm guessing that there's just some tension there between Sib and then Skies and Kismet. So it was either Skies or Kiz or Sib. Pick your poison. Who do you want? They went with Sib. Rumors are that Skies and Kismet are going elsewhere. I have heard where they potentially might be going. I don't know if that has been leaked yet. I don't know if Ronnie or Jacob Hale plan on leaking this shit. But I have heard about the Skies and Kismet team. And I will say, I'll give my opinions once I hear that, once the team pops up. But I worry about it a little bit. I'll just say that. I worry about that team a little bit. But in terms of this C9 roster, I mean, I like it, bro. I mean, Attach, Sib, Kremp, Nero, I mean, it's not bad. But for what you got? Oh, refresh? Did he tweet it? There it is. Okay, so there it is. Sources, Gentlemates are looking to sign the core NYSL champ-winning roster alongside French player Lint. So I see what's going on here, guys. We got Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Lint. So basically, this is the New York Subliners COD champs winning team, but instead of Hydra, they have Lint. They also are bringing over, rumor has it, D-Real, who coached that team or helped coach that team, and Marky B. Now, one thing that concerns me with this roster is slaying power. I don't know if these guys are going to have the slaying power to keep up. Like, you guys got to remember, that championship caliber team, Hydra was such a big part of getting kills on that team. Like, I'm talking like takeover mode, you know, like superstar takeover, like, winning maps by himself type shit. And when I look at this team, I just don't know. I think all the players are good players here. I just don't know if they have enough oomph. You know, like, I don't know if they have enough, how you doing? You know, I don't know if they have enough boom. You know, and that's really all going to come down to just these players and how they come into the year next year. I mean, you guys know Kismet. Kismet was never really like the top slayer all the time. He was kind of like the aggression to the team. And then he has Linz kind of sliding in there, which I'm actually excited to see Linz with his team because I feel like the team he was just on didn't really fit Linz and his play style. I don't think he really fit him. So I think this team fits him a little bit better. I think one thing with this team is their teamwork is going to be really good. I have a feeling they're going to have really good chemistry. Like, I think they're just going to be a nerdy team. I think they're going to work hard. I think they're going to be a solid team in the CDL. Like, I really do think they'll be a solid team. I just don't know how they're going to match up against the top 3 teams. When I look at FaZe, Optic, and LA Thieves, I just don't know if they're going to have enough slang power. Realistically, I think they'll be a good S&D team. I think they'll be good at certain game modes. I worry a little bit in the respawn modes because I just don't know. I just don't know how they're going to hold up, really. What would you guys give this team? I see a lot of opinions coming in. What do you guys give them? 10 being good, 1 being shit? I mean, where would you guys rank these guys? Again, I probably have these guys mid-pack, somewhere in the middle of the pack. You know, but it's not a bad team, guys. Like, it's not a bad team. These are good players. You know, these are really good players. All of them bring a lot to the table. It's just, bro, you look at those top 3 teams and you see how much slang power they have and how much slang potential there is. It's just, some of these teams are going to have to really turn up this year. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is basically New York Subliners V2, but Linz instead of Hydra. And I'm excited for it. I think it's funny that they're getting P-Dog back. And I think people are realizing, man, Priesta brings a lot to the table, man. I mean, Priesta is a good player. Granted, he's had his ups and downs throughout the year. But you look at the situations that he's been thrown in. I mean, when you throw a player into certain situations, man, it's hard to get going. But one thing with P-Dog is he can do it all. He's a smart player. He can run any gun, whether it's a submachine gun or an AR. He can kind of do whatever you need him to do. And you know what you're getting at him. And listen, I see some in the chat already saying friendship cheese, but you're looking at, bro, Priesta has won. He's one of the most winningest players in the CDL. You know, this is a guy who's, it's not always about the stats and the kills, guys. I mean, this guy can play. I mean, he's a smart player. He knows how to win in COD. And I think it's important to have winning players on your team because there's a lot of players who just don't know how to win. And that's besides the fact. P-Dog, you know he's going to be a good teammate and you know he's going to make good plays on the map. And I'm not saying, because I already see some people coming in, I'm not saying Priest is the best player in the game. I'm just saying he's a good player to have on your team, bro. And I think teams are realizing that. I think New York even realized that when they got rid of him. I think they were realizing how much he brought to the table when he was on the team. Because it was really weird that New York won 3 events, including champs, and they kind of got rid of Priest. I thought they were just going to keep the team together and keep it going. But I think they understand now, at least Skies and Kismet understand what P-Dog brings to the table. So if you're Priesta right now, you're feeling good. Obviously, Skies and Kiz, we're just going to have to see more from them this year. Like, they're going to have to step up. Without Paco on their team, they're definitely going to have to just step up and kind of turn into another gear here. But I kind of have this team in C9 kind of in the same ballpark, like fifth through 8, like 5 through 8 right now. Like, that's kind of where I have them. Would you guys agree with that? Would you guys kind of have them 5 through 8? I mean, where would you guys have I would probably have them like 5 through 8 right now, like around there. That's kind of where I would have them. You know, but let's see. Yeah, and if those of you that did miss, yes, these are the 2 rumors right here. So we had the C9 roster. If you guys are just joining us, I know a lot of people were joining up fast, and the Genomates roster. I also think it's really cool that Genomates is coming in and looking to spend and get a good team around him. I mean, these are good players, so it's cool to see Genomates like investing in this shit and wanting to see a good team. I know Gotaga is a big Call of Duty fan, so really excited to see him in here and see everything that they got going on here. So I think it's going to be really cool just to see these guys competing. How do you guys think these guys are going to mesh? I think Genomates will mesh well. Any concerns with any of these rosters? I'm actually curious to see just what people are saying. I'll leave the floor to you guys. So give me your honest opinions, and I'll kind of answer them as accordingly. What is Toronto doing? Good question. Don't know what Toronto's doing. Not really too sure what's going on with them right now. I've heard a few things over there, but don't really know what's going on. Oh, wait, Nasty will be joining Surge. Wait, so is Scrappy not lying? Did he actually leak that yesterday when we played Rocket League? Yesterday, I asked Scrappy, where's Hixie going? And he said Vancouver. And I thought he was lying. But now I'm seeing leaks about him potentially going to Vancouver. So did Scrappy just blatantly just leak it? And we just thought he was lying? Like, is he playing some fucking sick mind game here? Like, what the hell is going on here? The Papaya was talking. Did he slip up, plebies? Did he slip up there? I mean, the Papaya might have been talking there, guys. You know, so that's interesting. So I'm guessing it's going to be Hixie, Insight, Kleenex, And who's the rumor there? I mean, no, Real fell through. Like, what's the rumor there? Like, who's joining them there? Oh, Joe Deceives. That's right, Joe Deceives. Joe Deceives, Kleenex, Nasty, and Insight. It's not a bad team. It isn't that bad. I like the Joe Deceives, Kleenex sub duo. We'll see how their chemistry. You were fried. Okay, Luca, what the fuck? I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, Luca, you got to understand, like, there's not 25 Hydras around, right? Like, you got to make the most out of what's around you. So, like, in my opinion, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, chat. Oh, Beans, too? Yeah, people been talking about Beans. Yeah, what happened to Beans? Because he was also rumored to go here. Yeah, this guy, Tommy is fried. Bro, I'm not fried, bro. I'm just giving my honest opinions. I don't think it's that bad of a team. I think very highly of Kleenex. I think Kleenex is an amazing player. I think Joe Deceives is a great player. We've talked about Joe Deceives this year. He's obviously a very young player. He's progressed a lot as the season has gone on. He has a lot of talent. The boss is fried. Read the Nasty tweet again. Nasty will be joining Surge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Hicksy, chat. I'm thinking of Hicksy, though. I'm thinking of Hicksy. Joe Deceives, Hicksy, Kleenex, and Insight. I'm sorry, I'm getting them confused. I got Hicksy and Nasty confused. That's on me. I'm fucking confused. I'm fried. You're right. I'm fucking fried. Everybody spam fucking Zooma's fried. Tommy's fried. Everybody spam off the fucking papaya. I might as well just fucking rip the papaya right now because I got all these teams bundled up, bro. I got all the. That's on me. My brain is fried. I've heard fucking 35 different rosters and shit. I mean, it's fucking. There's been a lot happening, folks. There's been a lot happening. But yes, okay. So the rumor is Hicksy, Joe Deceives, Kleenex, and Insight. That's the rumor for Toronto. And then for Surge, I guess it's what? Abuza? Wrong? You're fried? Oh, Hicksy's rumored to go to Surge now? Let's write this down. You know what? Let's write this down. We're gonna have to write this down, guys. Let's write it down. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna write down all the teams. First, we're gonna start with Ultra. Rumor for Ultra is Insight, right? Main AR. All right, Kleenex on a sub. Beans, Kleenex, and Joe D. Is that the rumor right now? Hicksy and Nasty Surge, Beans and Joe Ultra. You are welcome, Zoomaa. Hey, bro. Look at Ronnie. Okay, Hicksy and Nasty to Surge, Beans and Joe to Ultra. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ronnie. If Ronnie's literally watching right now, like, yo, let me help this guy out, bro. This guy's literally... Bro, there's been 800 million rosters, bro. I can't keep up, bro. I literally can't keep up with this shit. Players keep moving differently, bro. All right, Ronnie's carrying right now. Ronnie's carrying. Okay, let's put Ultra. Let's do Ultra there. Let's do Surge. Surge, we're going to do... It's going to be Abuza. It's going to be... Actually, let's put a little dash here. It looks better. Abuza. We have Nasty, who's going to kind of be that second AR. And then it's going to be Hicksy and 04. I do not like that team. I do not like that, to be honest with you. We'll talk about that team. Ultra, Surge, and then, of course, we have the C9 roster, which is going to be Attach. Let's do Attach, Sib, Crimp, and Nero. Bada bing. And then we got the Gentlemates roster, which is going to be Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Lynn. Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Linz. Okay, there we go. Now I have it all written down. Now I can see it. Okay, so let's start one by one. Surge, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like it that much, bro. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I just think on paper, I don't think these guys are going to, like, mesh well together. I just don't think, like, I don't think they're going to, like, play well off one another. Like, when I look at it, like, I think Abuza's a really good player. Nasty, one thing I think with this team, they don't have pace. Where's the pace on this team? Who's gonna set pace here? Who's gonna entry frag? Who's gonna jump in? Is it gonna be 04? Because 04 didn't really have that play style. 04 doesn't really play like that though, chat. You know, like you guys are saying 04, but he doesn't. He's a sub player. Just because he's a sub player though doesn't mean he's just gonna fuck. They got a champion on that team. Oh, here goes Scrap. Scrap, you're best friends with these guys. You know, I just don't see 04 kind of being that entry fragger submachine gun. He's more of like a like a roam, like he's like a roam slayer, like kind of plays like weird. Like, I mean, maybe it's something that he wants to adjust to. You guys think 04 is like fast, bro? I don't think he's like as fast as you guys are making it seem, bro. I'll be honest with you. He plays more like a rat. He plays more ratty. He plays like angles and plays like a rat and stuff like that. He's not like he doesn't come across as kind of like a head smasher, like an entry fragger. You know, he's more of kind of like a roam slayer, like L trigger. Listen, people keep coming in here saying he's fast. I just disagree. I mean, you guys can have your own opinions. You're saying like he's super fast. I just don't agree with that. I mean, you guys can have your opinions. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think 04 is great. I just don't think the entry fragger role is 04's role. I don't think that's like his role. I think he's more of like a second sub type of guy. And maybe Hixie can try and fill those shoes. That's going to be an interesting dynamic between the sub duo and kind of how they play off one another. And kind of like who's going to kind of be that entry fragger, who's going to be that roam slayer. Maybe they'll both do it and maybe it'll work well off one another. But just the play styles worry me a little bit. And then Nasty, obviously Nasty showed out towards the end of the year, man. I mean, he showed out. He stepped up. It was cool watching Nasty progress as the year went on. Like he's had his moments. But, paired up with Abuza, who I think is incredible. I think Abuza is an amazing player. I think he's a superstar of this team. I think Abuza is going to be kind of the face of this team. Again, individually good players, but play style-wise, I just don't know if it's going to work. Again, I'm looking at the sub-duo. When I look at a lot of these teams, I'll be looking a lot at the sub-duo because, in my opinion, guys, the sub-duo is the most important part. You need a good sub-duo. It's very important to have a really good sub-duo who have good pacing and play off each other really well. So that worries me a little bit with that team. Not because they're not good. They're good players. I just play style-wise. I don't know how I feel about it. So for Surge, those are my thoughts. For Ultra, Insight, Beans, Kleenex, and Jodeci. So that's where I was getting confused. So Beans is coming in for Ultra. I actually don't mind the Beans pickup. I think of Beans as more of a main AR role. Personally, everybody disagreed with me on that. A lot of people were like, nah, you're faded. Like Haggy was calling me faded. Saying that he's a very aggressive player. He's perfect for that flex spot. And I actually don't mind it. When I look at the Ultra team, I don't mind it, bro. I really don't mind it. Like this, I'll be honest, like on paper, Ultra looked the most balanced here than the rest of these four teams. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Ultra looks the most balanced here? In my opinion, they look the most balanced because they have two very aggressive sub players who can kind of play off each other. They have an aggressive flex who can kind of. I still again look at Beans as a main AR, but whatever. They have him as a flex role. He could, apparently that's like the perfect role for him. And then of course you have Insight, who, in my opinion, Insight has his ups and downs. I just think Insight needs to keep fucking push the gas pedal down a little bit more. There's just some maps where he has no interactions. Me as a coach personally, I'd be like, yo, bro, get in there more. Like, get active more. Like, get yourself into the mix more. I just want to see Insight step up this year, bro, because I know he can. I know he can step up. You can see it in his gameplay. He's a great player. I think just certain systems he's been in and certain roles he's had, he's kind of been shaped into, like, this, like, slow main AR that kind of just like holds spawns or just kind of overlooks everybody, which granted a main AR is supposed to be, but sometimes I just want to see him get some more of that grit in there. I want him to get more interactions, get in the mix more. And we see it sometimes. It comes out sometimes. Like you see Insight getting active and getting involved and he has these pop-off maps. I mean, I want to see him do that every single map. I want him to play with some confidence and go crazy, but I think overall from top to bottom, you have your main AR and Insight, Flex Beans, and then Kleenex Joe sub-duo. This looks like the most balanced team I see here, to be honest with you. Kismet, Gentleman's is looking pretty good in terms of, like, balance, but I just think Linz and Kismet are a weird duo. I just don't know how I feel about it. And we're just going to have to see a lot more from these guys in terms of slang power. I mean, that's just, like, we have to say it how it is. Like, Skies, P-Dog, Kismet, all of them, they all need to step up in the slang department if they're going to want to win respawns. Here, again, with C9, I'm worried about the consistency of the sub-duo. Talked about that. I like the two main ARs. Granted, I'm biased towards Attach, but I think Attach is a great player. I think Dante obviously showed out this year, and same with Kremp and Nero. Like, they've had so many moments this year where they were popping off and doing their thing. It's just a consistency thing with them. Overall, man, I don't think these teams are that bad. I mean, I see some people saying that these teams are ass and this and that. I think they're doing the most of the situations that they're put into. You can see the thought process with some of these teams and kind of how they're unfolding. On paper, chat, who do you think has the best team here? On paper, who do you think has the best team here, guys? You know, I mean, who do you think? New tweet. There's a new tweet here. Envoy has left Ultra LA Thieves suit. I mean, that's for granted. I mean, we knew what was going on there. I mean, that chat. I'm pretty sure that LA Thieves team is happening. I'm pretty sure it's happening. Expect that team to go through. I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's happening. You know, so yeah, no shit. I mean, yeah, no fucking shit. I agree. No shit. I mean, we all kind of know this. You know, people were saying super team and check Toronto. Ultra tweeted goodbye. Ultra tweeted goodbye. Let's see what happened here. Let me see what's going on here. It was a year to remember. Today we say goodbye to the Prince of the North, Dylan Envoy. Thanks for everything you brought to the team this year. Oh, you're in a game? You want to talk about this shit?
Yeah, you can. What's up?
You see what's going on? So we have a few leaks. Ultra's Insight, Beans, Kleenex, Jodeci's based on rumors, right? These are just rumors. Surge now is likely to be Abuza, Nasty, Hixie, and 04. C9 is Attach, Sib, Kremp, and Nero. And Getomates is Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Linz. What do you think?
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Ultra first. Insight, Beans, Kleenex, and Joe. What do you think about that team? I don't think it's that bad on paper. Actually, like when you look at it on paper, it's like it's interesting. It's interesting, Ben. It's an interesting team.
I don't know if I like the Jamie. I did a video on this yesterday, I think, at this point. I don't really hate the Jamie. I like the sub duo. I think Joe's good, and I think he'll pair well with Toby. I don't know about the AR duo though. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like it's missing something to me.
I thought that Beans should. Everybody's saying refresh. I'm guessing Ultra released Scrappy now. People are saying refresh. I think Ultra's letting out tweets right now. I think they released. They just released Envoy. I think they're releasing Scrappy. We'll take a look at that right now. I always looked at Beans as kind of like a main AR, but I remember Chris on the flank was telling me that I'm kind of faded for that take, that he plays like super fast, and that he's like the perfect person to put in the flex role. But what, the ARs worry you, Benjay? They worry you?
Yeah, I do feel like him. Well, Jamie's, they don't have overlapping bad modes. Like Jamie's worst game mode historically has been Control. Ben's was Respawn before last year, and last year was S&D. So I just feel like there's kind of a match there that might be a little bit awkward between the two of them. But like I think the team will be good. Like I think their sub duo is excellent. So
yeah, I think. Well, okay, I wouldn't say excellent though. I think like when I look at their sub duo, I see aggression, which is a good thing. But you know how aggression can sometimes like make or break you. That's why I feel like you need a good balance between the subs. Like I think if Joe and Kleenex can get into rhythm and like find some momentum, I can see them being really good. I actually do, because I think really highly of Kleenex and Joe, and I think both of them together, like if they're playing off each other really good, like it could work. I just don't know. I just don't know how they're gonna play off each other. I don't know how those guys are gonna mesh. But if they're meshing, I do like the sub duo there, Ben. I like that.
I mean, there could be a little bit maybe of a pace mismatch with the ARs and the subs, but we'll kind of see how it plays out. I don't hate the team. maybe one roster change down the line will make them really good, but I think as far as potentially being the fourth best squad, I think this is, of the ones that have been announced, I think this is the one the most likely to do it in my mind.
Yeah, hold on. Vals, can you look at your text messages real quick, Vals? Okay, what about Surge, Ben? We have Abuza, Nasty, Hixie, and 04. I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it.
It's a lot of inconsistent slaying, including 04. Like,
but who's the entry frag? Okay, let me ask you this, because I was kind of going back and forth the chat a little bit on this. Do you think 04 is an entry fragger type submachine gun player, like a super high aggressive like entry fragger role? Like, do you think that's kind of how he plays?
I think 04 is still trying to figure out how he wants to play. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's true. That's true. He's still very new to this.
Started playing Respawn at this level. Like,
that is true. That is true. And he was also an S&D star. He's also an S&D. Yeah. I mean, he came from the S&D scene. So, I mean, he's definitely still learning how to play. I mean, he could fill in that role. He could fill that role in. Maybe that's what they want from him. Maybe that's what they're going to be looking for this year from him. So, if he does fill that role, what do you think about Hixie being a second sub behind him? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I think they're going to need, considering that Byron's kind of Nasty's inconsistent too, I think they need Charlie to be a little bit better than his past CDL stints. Like he makes plays for the win, but he just doesn't win enough ones to like be really meaningful on an elite team. And like that's my issue with the squad. I think like fundamentally this team could play like a meaningful system that's going to be effective, but I just don't know if they're going to win enough ones and kind of bail out two pieces to like, not have series where they have stinkers. Like, is the kind of team that will pull up to an event, get an upset, and get top 6 because they'll just lose to our top team and be out in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to the ceilings that their old Vancouver team had with Kyler. Like, I don't think much of my opinion has kind of changed about their situation.
Yeah, so a few things, Ben. Where's Gio in all this situation? I haven't seen Gio's name at all, which I think is interesting. Because
Potentially Carolina situation.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he's going somewhere with Carolina. Oh, yeah, I could see that. We haven't heard much about Carolina. But I don't know why I thought, like, Serge was going to make some serious moves. Like, I thought Abuza and 04 were going to be, like, I was thinking, like, Abuza, Sib, 04, and then you find like maybe even Joe Deceives, like Abuza, Sib, 04, and Joe Deceives, right? Like something like that. Something like that might have worked. Like I thought maybe they were gonna go somewhere else with the team, but it always gets a little. That's a gray area because there's always so much happening behind the scenes and so much movement that it's kind of hard to like just build teams like that.
I agree.
But yeah, Slasher. People are talking about Slasher in the chat. Like, some people have been asking about that. People are saying Slasher to Rocker, which I don't know why they're saying that, but can you think that's a potential for Austin? Maybe going to Rocker?
Yeah, I could see it.
And then we have...
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Did you put something in the chat? What was this?
Oh, no, I was just telling... Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you moved that channel. That's some boys.
And then C9, Ben. Attach, Sib, Kremp, and Nero. I actually like the team. On paper, I just think Kremp and Nero, there's going to have to be, like, consistency there. Like, you know how those guys like to play, bro. They're kind of, like, everywhere.
This is just Vegas with a better flex. That's my problem with this team. There's all the same issues at Vegas, bro. Inconsistent search squad probably will be pretty effective at hardpoint once they find their game. Control will be average, but it's just, like, Vegas, when they played that way, we're still getting, like, top 8 and top 12s. Like,
I just worried about the consistency with the subs.
Yeah, Dante could kind of hard carry them to some results here. And, like, maybe that's a good situation for him because he could put up an MVP season. But if he is kind of an off game, like, they're in a lot of trouble with the squad. The sub duo just seems very inconsistent to me.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said they look like kind of inconsistent. I mean, I don't know. They showed like there's been so much pop off. There's so much pop off potential with these guys like Kremp and Near. Like, how many times this year did we see them just take over maps and just go crazy?
Yeah, but they also have boneheaded round 11 search plays.
No, I agree. And then they also then you'll see plays from them where it's just like, yo, what the hell, or so it's just not consistent. You just don't see enough of it. What's going on now? Oh, we're getting another bomb on the TL, Benjay. Another bomb. There's a lot happening, Ben. A lot happening.
What's the bomb?
Now we have Jacob Hale just tweeted, sources, accuracy is expected to be a coach for this Cloud9 team following the departures of D-Real and Sender. Dun, dun, dun! Coach Lamar.
Coach Lamar with C9.
Coach Lamar with Dylan, Dante, Kremp, and Nero. First of all, it's going to be a vibey squad. Lamar, Dylan, Dante, Kremp, and Nero. That's going to be a vibey squad. The chat, I had no idea that Lamar was coaching this year. I had no idea he was coaching C9. No clue. I had no fucking clue. I heard about the team. I heard about Attach and Civita. I heard about that. I didn't know about the coach. I didn't know. Chat, I didn't know. They're all saying, Ben, did you know about this? They're all saying corn acting, bro. I didn't know.
I had heard about Coach Lamar, but I didn't know if it was going to be on this squad.
Oh, you knew about Coach Lamar? You didn't tell me, bro?
Yeah, sorry.
Bro, this guy, Ben, doesn't tell me nothing ananymore, chat. Yo, this guy actually tells me nothing. Yeah, I be telling you everything, bro. What the hell?
Nah, whatever, bro. I mean, I just, like, it was one of those things where, like, just chatter about, like, what he was going to do next, and no, it's no secret that everybody thinks Lamar's got a great COD mind, so... I think Lamar joining this team will be very good because my one concern, maybe with Respawn with this team, like the Kremp Nero sub duo, is like who's going to kind of do the dirty work between the two. I thought, like, with Johnny version of Vegas, like, I kind of saw the thought process with Kremp, it's going to be a little bit harder. I think Lamar can give them good fundamentals in Respawn. The tough thing that I think is going to be tough for Lamar to solve is just the in-map decision-making and search. That's going to be what's going to make or break this team. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like search is always a big one that can make or break your team.
But with this group and with these players in particular, though, like considering like, you know what
I mean, bro, I think I can see them being a good search team. You don't see them being a good search team?
No, maybe, but probably not.
I don't know. I feel like Kremp and Nero might have made some boneheaded plays this year, but that doesn't mean they can't get better, Ben, and like fix some of those mistakes. But I agree.
Well,
like,
I also don't think that. But here's the problem, Tom. Is like I love Dante. I think he's probably one of the best AR respawn players, like, you know, of this generation. I don't know if his search prowess is good enough that he's gonna be able to like hard carry this team. That's my only thing. Like the sub duo just in search is just, if you look at their stats, they're just super inconsistent, and they're active. So I don't think it's gonna be a slow team. I just think boneheaded decision making, just situational search play. Like I just think they're gonna, you know, not be really clinical. You know what I'm saying? That's the key thing between, you look at like FaZe, for example.
like mid round adjustments and shit like that. Like
they're an aggressive team, but they also make the right decisions middle map, and they don't give away a lot of free rounds. This team, like on paper, is a aggressive in your face, and it's gonna be effective in respawn because they're gonna be good at it. But in S&D, it's gonna lead to a lot of inconsistent fucking form, which is okay. You live with that, bro. I think if you're this team, it's not like there's infinite talent out there. If that's the one issue with your team, I don't think it's a problem for them, because I think this team on paper is a great respawn team, especially with Lamar coaching them. In my mind, you can't build a perfect team at this point with who's available. So you got to get what's best out there. And I don't hate this sub duo. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but
they'll work with it.
Yeah, they'll work with it. They'll work with it. They just Nero and Kremp just need to find some consistency in their gameplay, bro. And they can. Like a lot of that comes from just like, usually if you're inconsistent, you go back and you watch a lot of your matches, you can pinpoint certain things or certain habits that you do as a player, and you can adjust. You know, you can adjust, and like and it's things that you're gonna have to actively work on, because if you're in a habit of doing things, you know, that is a hard thing for a sub player sometimes, is to adjust like certain bad habits they have, or like certain habits. You know, that's gonna be on them to kind of like adapt and learn. And listen, Lamar's gonna be calling them out. You know, I had my fair share with my run-ins with Lamar, Ben, like playing with Lamar. Like, he'll let you know when you're doing dumb shit. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll let you know. And if you keep,
him for this group.
And if you keep doing that dumb shit, he's gonna get pissed, bro. Like, he's gonna get pissed, and it's not gonna last. So, like, if these guys wanna, you know, keep their careers going and stay on this team and perform, they're gonna have to step up this year, bro. Honestly, all four of these teams, Ben, are gonna have to step up, because the next team I have on the list.
On all the squads, but yeah.
Now, I was saying the next team I have on the list is Gentlemates, Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Lins. And I was saying the same thing about this team. Like, Skies, Kismet, Priesta, without Paco, these guys are going to have to step up in the slaying department. Like, especially when they had Paco. I mean, Paco took on a lot of that weight when it came to the slaying.
Repeat the team again?
Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Lins.
Okay, so I think
Lamar's tweet was deleted, by the way. Jacob Hale's Lamar tweet just got deleted, is what everybody's saying in the chat, which is interesting. Yeah, why'd it get deleted?
I think Caesar in this main A role in a game like this, I actually think Caesar's going to play really well in the squad. But it's the same issues as New York last year. Like Preston or their old New York team. Sorry, Preston and Kids are like very inconsistent players. So there's going to be series where it's going to get smoked, and there's series where it's going to all click. And Linz has got an opportunity to really, like, again, be enabled by this team, but he can also kind of falter and not realize his potential. So I agree with you. I think there's a lot of pressure on the squad.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to step up. I just think
I agree with that.
You know, they replaced Hydra with Lins. That's basically the way I look at it. And I think one thing with this team is they're gonna have good chemistry. That's for sure. I could see this being a good search team, Ben. Skies, Priesta, Kismet, and Lins.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they're gonna be ratty. Like, these guys are just gonna be ratty and just annoying to play against. So I could see them being a good search team. And the respawns, I just worried about their slaying potential, Ben. Their slaying power. I just don't know when I compare them up to the top three teams. Yeah. I just don't know if they'll be able to keep up. That's why I kind of had them like right after that, like kind of like 5th through 8th, like that mid pack. Because like in terms of slaying, like I don't know if these guys are gonna be able to keep up. Can they slay? Yeah, it's just like you said, right? There's just inconsistencies, and I mean we're gonna see that a lot with a lot of these teams. I feel like a lot of these mid pack teams. That's kind of why they're mid-pack teams, because a lot of them are inconsistent. So I'm kind of looking at teams as a whole and how I think they'll mesh, like as play styles and players. That's kind of like how I look at it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like C9, Ultra. That's why I kind of like the way that they built their teams. And when you look at Genomates, like on paper and play styles, it works. So they're just gonna. I think chemistry wise they'll be good. Like I think they'll be able to like talk to each other. They'll play off one another really well. Like I think they'll have they'll be a good teamwork team. But I do worry about the slaying power again. I worry about that.
But this is a team that if they can again. You have 3 like really top teams and that 4th spot's like kind of wide open. This is a team that can go to an event and get on a hot run. I just want to expect this team to be like an insane online team. You know what I'm saying? They're a team. They're a team that I'm going to. They're a team that I'm going to be playing a lot for the mega fades in series, both with squares and prize picks and.
He didn't even tweet. He didn't tweet none.
And lines.
Why they spamming? Did I get 2 guide? They're 3 guide. Well, I got 1 guy. There was a few people who said it. I thought you guys were being dead ass. Yeah, and then other than that, I think those are like the 4 like big ones right now, Ben. You have the Ultra team with bringing in Beans and Joe. Surge bringing in Nasty and Hixie. C9 bringing in everybody, really. Attach, Kremp, Nero, Coach Lamar, apparently, which now got deleted. And Sky's Priest, Kismet, and Lint on Genomates, which I think it's really cool that Kotaga's trying to come in here and get a good team. Like, it's a good team. It's not a bad team. I like that he's coming in here and trying to, make a splash, You missed it. TJ tweet. I'm getting trolled now, I think. I'm getting trolled in here, bro. Kenny Warzone tweet. Kenny is having Warzone Kenny tweet. Bro, what are they talking about?
From earlier, when he quote responded to the CDL tweet is what they're talking about.
Oh, this tweet. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. Let's stir the pot a bit. Where would Shotzi, Methods, and Quavo place at the World Series of Warzone Global Final? Wait, I haven't seen this. What is this? No, let me listen to this real quick.
Shotzi, Methods, and Kenny, if they played right now, they might place dead last.
Ah, damn, man. No practice, no nothing. They just spawned in on Saturday, Sunday. I swear to God. I mean, I'll be honest. I think they'll place higher than Redman and them for sure.
Top 10, maybe. Top 15, something around there. If they switch up methods,
right,
maybe
Tom,
they place higher.
You're good, Ben. You're good, bro. We talked about the new rosters. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. I'm muted. You're good, Ben. We talked about the new rosters overall, some good leagues. We might need to run an episode of The Flank here, Benjay. We might need to run an episode here soon. Not today. I'm saying like we'll talk and we'll set an episode.
I'm going to Columbus Crew versus Clue America game tonight.
Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. It was a good talk, man. It was a good talk.
Later, chat.
Later, bro.
Chat.
Later, bro.
Video. Later, peace.
Later, bro. Peace out. All right, let me watch this so I can get extremely pissed off and smoke a J. Hold on.
Shotzi, Methods, and Kenny, if they played right now, they might place dead last.
Ah, damn, man. No practice, no nothing. They just spawned in on Saturday, Sunday. I swear to God. I mean, I'll be honest. I think they'll place higher than Redman and them for sure.
Top 10, maybe. Top 15, something around there. If they switch up methods, maybe they place higher, you know what I mean?
Dead last.
And maybe.
My bad, Tony. What the fuck?
Methods, maybe they place higher, you know what I mean?
Dead last.
I'm gonna be honest, they're really great players in multiplayer though. Warzone is a whole different game than multiplayer though, so I would have to put them like 20th to like 31st.
I think they could be like maybe top 10.
I would put them in the top 25. I mean, no jokes aside, the CDO has like a more respectable, they're way better than us, the Warzone players, but the Warzone side just has so much that you have to learn in order to mastermind and perfect your craft in that game.
They'll definitely place.
W Sage.
Nothing higher than 30th place.
I mean, they're so good. I just like, if they were to come in right now with no practice, I'm saying they'd probably take like 35th to 40th place.
It is a different game, and I feel like
wait. Nah, Aiden had me in the first half. Bro. He did.
Play, in the CDO. It's just, I'm
gonna say bottom 10. No practice. They turned up on the day, dead last. No points, nothing. Not even a gulag.
Damn, not even a gulag. Tony, what the fuck? Tony, you're getting cooked.
Vic Rider said?
Yeah, you're getting fucking cooked. Did you? What did you say?
You gotta go look. He walked it back though. He was like, I was trolling. He walked it back.
Did he?
I just quote tweeted it. I wasn't.
You quote
trying to
tweeted
be
it.
mean. And I mean.
Let me see what you quote tweeted. Who the fuck is Zakar? Nah, that's great. Nah, Tony, you didn't have to disrespect him like that, bro. Wait, he walked it back?
Yeah, you go look at the replies.
He said, "Come to Warzone and you will find out." That's what he said, bro. He didn't walk it back. He's talking his shit.
No, and then he replied to my tweet because I replied to him. Just read the whole convo.
Said, "Hi, I wish you the best, man. But I've done my time as a decade-plus long professional, the most prestigious league Call of Duty has to offer." Damn, what the fuck, Tony? Yo, what? He said, "I know I was clearly trolling in this. No way, Tony. No way, bro. Did you make him fold?" Tony, you made him full. You just gained
That's
aura.
all right. I know he was trolling. Yo, what up, Ern?
Tony, Tony, you were pissed though. You were fucking pissed though, dude. You
No,
were
I was
pissed.
just no. When I first saw it, I was
Nah,
like,
you were
what the
pissed
fuck
off.
is
Man. I would have been
that,
pissed
dude?
off too. You could just say it. You know, I mean, who the fuck is it? What? I would have been pissed. You know, it's good, Ernie.
Yeah.
Ernie, you dead ass leaked yesterday. You actually leaked.
What you mean?
MC's going crazy. You leaked. Just I asked you where Hicksy's going. You lied to me.
Toronto.
Huh?
He's going to Toronto.
That's not what you said, bro. You said, didn't you say Vancouver yesterday? Didn't you say Vancouver? Or no?
Toronto.
Oh, I thought you said Vancouver yesterday.
No, Toronto.
I know he did say Toronto. Tactical Rab looking at this month's revenue, bro. Is that Squidward, man? What a legend, bro. What a fucking legend.